Cruella de Vil, Cruella de Vil. She's so evil, or something will. I don't know. I don't remember that song. I've only heard it once a few hours ago. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Command Center. My name is Commander Lionheart, joined by the two gooberiest of gooberinos. It's me, those. It's G. Wait. Yeah, that's why I stopped to point. No, a little bit more to the other side, G. It's the other side. The camera, the other side. Yeah, a little bit. You know, ahorita estabas en el mismo centro, ¿sabes? I had you right in the middle. You look very professional. You look like a guy who was in a Zoom call for some reason, and now you look like Zoolander.
Well, at least I'm famous.
And Mythos is not even in the shot anymore. Don't worry, I'll... There we go. Okay, don't move, because I'm there. Much better. Now he's in. Now you're in the center. Hey everybody. Welcome back to another brand spanking new episode of Mystery Movie Friends. The show where we sit down and talk about a movie that we just saw. Mostly Mythos has just seen, because he always waits for the last day to actually see the damn movie.
He's not the only one, you know.
You started it yesterday, fell asleep, and finished watching it today, so...
Makes 100%.
Sometimes I do what Mitos does.
Oh, sometimes.
I'm not gonna lie, I was about to fall asleep too.
Oh, interesting.
To the surprise of no one, because that is not... I am not surprised at all with Mythos saying that. Honestly, like... God, Mythos, I swear to God. I swear, if you surprise me with some kind of review that I'm not expecting, I swear I'm gonna throw something at you, mate.
Oh, you will. Oh, you will.
Oh, God. Just as a reminder, G, please read what the ratings for the show are. Because I want everything to be as clear as day.
Okay, I have my notes. Looking for my notes. Give me a second.
First one is May the
okay,
Force.
Let's start from the top.
Yes.
The Force is strong with this one, which is like perfect.
Yeah.
It's a Whopper. It's near perfect. Life is good, but it could be better. It's like, you know, it's good, but not
it's
that
more good than bad.
Exactly. Technically, leave the gun. It's like the middle ground.
It's more bad than good.
Exactly. That's no good. I mean, that's self-explanatory.
It's no good.
What an asshole. Again, self-explanatory.
The worst of the worst. And I was frozen today.
Frozen today is when we have nothing to say. Whether it's good, bad, is just that.
Exactly. There's no description for it. Except just that it is. So...
It exists.
Exactly. It's gonna be interesting. I think it's going to be very, very... And I think I told both of you. I texted both of you and I told you it's going to be very, 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 very interesting. Very interesting. What we are going to say tonight. Honestly, you two texted me. Each one, I think that almost about the same time of the movie. And I think that I was around the same time when I texted Yuji. So, which is at the beginning. Which, by the way, I should say that the movie that we're going to be talking about tonight is the 1996 Disney live-action classic, 101 Dalmatians.
Oh, it's a classic, all right.
Oh boy! So this is
for one specific reason.
So this is like I said, this is going to be interesting because I feel like there are going to be 3 temperatures in this review. And it is very apt that One of them is going to be probably a hot temperature, a cold temperature, and a middle temperature. And
We're in Puerto Rico. We only get hot.
Yes, but still, I. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Let's begin.
yeah, let's watch the trailer now. Just since I said what the movie is, let's watch the trailer. We'll come back to start talking about it proper. We'll see how this goes. We'll see.
Where
Wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Okay. Okay.
Can we just
So-
review the trailer because it just has the good. It has the good parts of the movie.
No.
Oh,
Let's just
boy.
review the trailer. It just
No.
Okay, so before we actually start with this, like I said, the movie released in 1996. It was directed by Stephen Herrick. No idea who he is. It had a budget of 75 million and made 320 million in the box office worldwide. It stars.
Let me see. Oh, interesting.
Yes?
It's just that I looked the bio for the movie and click on the director. He actually directed Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh,
And
interesting.
The Mighty Ducks in 1992. The Three Musketeers in 1993. Let's see what other mention is here. Basically that, and then in television. In television, he actually directed Hawaii Five-0 and MacGyver in 2018.
Okay. Oh.
So
Bill and Ted's
he
Excellent
has-
Adventure is on the list for movies that we'll review eventually because I've never seen that movie. So,
Of course.
of course. Which, by the way, had you guys seen this movie? I know the answer of one person. I don't know the answer of the other one. Had you watched this movie before?
all right.
Oh,
Let me
boy.
say
Oh boy, here we go.
Say
Get
that-
ready, kids.
I'm
I
talking.
watched this movie. I watched this movie when I was a kid, and I only remember half of the movie.
Chico,
When I
dile las
watched-
cosas como son.
Hmm.
No es esta película, es la otra, la que tú mencionaste.
What?
The animated one?
We're talking about the 101 Dimensions or Bill and Ted.
Oh, 101 Dalmatians,
No,
man.
101.
The movie that we're reviewing tonight.
Okay.
Come
God
on.
damn it, G. Maldita
I
sea.
watched this movie when I was a kid. I actually owned the movie on VHS,
Somos dos.
but when I started watching the movie again, like today, I only remember half of the movie.
What about
Which
you,
is the
G?
bad.
I own the movie, and I actually watched the movie more than once when I was a kid. It's actually one of
Okay.
my favorite Disney movies.
This
from
is
back then.
this is very interesting considering that you are. You haven't watched that as many Disney movies as I would think, right? Because I have asked you about some, and you are like, I haven't watched that.
More like the live action ones, I would say.
Okay. So
Maybe a few animated here and there.
I honestly don't think that I've watched this. I had watched this movie before because I don't remember any of the shit that happened in this movie when I watched it, man. Like
Don't worry.
usually usually I kind of remember like 1 or 2 scenes or something of old movies that I haven't seen in a long time. But this one, I didn't remember nothing, absolutely nothing of this movie. Like the Sip Zero Cell, so I'm pretty damn sure that I've never watched it before.
Oh, don't worry. I didn't remember anything about the movie. I was like watching the movie, like I felt the nostalgia, but I was like, I don't remember this ever happening or this ever happening.
By the way,
I do,
people,
I do think that they cut a few things from the movie.
I
really?
remember up to the puppy kidnapping. After that,
Okay.
I was like, "What?
Oh, that's
There's
gonna be
more
something.
of this movie?"
Oh my god. So the movie, God, it's interesting because I think that this movie is kind of more of a villain-driven movie than it is a protagonist one. Because even Cruella, who is played by Glenn Close, gets top billing. Like she's the first name that comes up instead of Jeff
Yeah.
Daniels, who plays Roger, who is the quote-unquote protagonist of the story. Like
Which, by the way, I have to say something about Glenn Close and her acting in the movie.
what? Oh god. Oh god, Matos, don't piss me off. Don't piss me off, man.
I have to say, she did one hell of a fucking great job.
Okay, thank God. I thought that you were gonna say something bad.
I watched the movie and I was like, Cruella is the only good thing about this movie. Her acting was amazing.
Thank
Yes.
you for saying the one reason that this movie I think is the most iconic, one of the most iconic movies. Live action Disney
God,
movies.
I swear.
Her evilness, and it's
I
like,
swear
yes.
that if it weren't for Glenn Close as Cruella de Vil, this movie would have sucked so much, man.
I mean,
Good
Yeah.
I mean,
God.
Can I,
I mean-
can I say that where I don't remember who did Anita, but
I have her right here. Joelle Richardson as Anita.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
what?
a little bit more.
God.
Ryan was
Roger was okay. So the deal with Roger is because this is why I told you that I started watching the animated version and I stopped watching it. Because as soon as I started watching the animated one, I was regretting having watched the live action one to do the review. Because that movie already at the beginning, I was already more on board with that movie. Like, again, goddamn, Glenn Close, the best. Just, she steals the whole damn movie. She's essentially just Eggman from the Sonic the movie. Like, it's essentially the same thing, almost. But at least in the Sonic the movie, at least I also like Sonic. Here, I don't particularly like Roger. I don't particularly like Anita. Anita is in the same level as the chick who played Sonya in Mortal Kombat, where the chick who played Sonya.
I think the chick who played Sonya did a better work than Anita.
Yeah, even though in that movie she looked like she didn't want to be there. But Anita, and you know, I'm not. I don't have anything against the actress or whatever. I don't want to, you know. Apparently, she's a theater actress and whatnot. So I don't know. God, she just her expressions were well expressionless, kind of. Like I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I just I didn't get too much. Well, to be fair, not even I think that not even Roger I got like too much. Do you know who Roger is, G?
Yeah, that will be Jeff Daniels.
Yeah, he's from Dumb and Dumber, which honestly
He,
I
he
didn't know
had
that it
yeah, go
I
on.
didn't know that it was him. I thought that it was Uncle Joey from Full House. For some
Wow.
stupid ass reason, I was confusing them, and I thought that it was Uncle Joey, and because as soon as he popped up, I was like, Uncle Joey. And even throughout the whole movie, I was like, yeah, Uncle Joey. It wasn't until like an hour ago when I was looking for info on the movie and whatnot that I saw the actors and shit, and I saw Jeff Daniels, and I looked up Dumb and Dumber. He wasn't in Full House. He's not the same one from Full House. So, oopsie
Well,
daisy.
to give a little context for the younger generation, he was in Looper 2012. He was in Dumb and Dumber in 2014. Steve Jobs the movie and The Martian. Oh, and also in the Divergent series, Allergy.
Allegra. Um, I've watched Looper. I don't remember him in that. I mean, I don't remember much about Looper, but then again, but yeah, I got
You had to
weird.
put it on a loop.
The what?
You had to put it on a loop.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I don't know what it was about them. Roger just his motivation or his or lack thereof, I guess. I don't know. It just didn't jive well with me, honestly. Again, this is why I also didn't want to watch the original, because I didn't want to be constantly comparing it to the original. In the original, Roger is a musician, and he writes. He's in love with writing music and composing music and shit, and he has no time to fall in love, I guess, except with how Pongo. Oh, that's another thing. In the animated version, the animals talk. They actually do talk. I mean, not that the humans understand them.
Actually, at one point in the movie, while I was watching the movie, I was like, this movie would be a little bit better if the animals could talk.
Yes, I was thinking that.
I thought the same thing.
Even having not watched the original before watching the movie the other day, I was like, okay, the animals don't talk in this one. That is, I don't know how to feel about that, because at one point the animals do somehow, all of them, communicate with each other, but
Yeah, they're
you know
also
it,
communicating. I was like, what have been
Speaking of
better
the
if
speaking of the animals, if I'm going to build a special forces unit, I'm gonna build the special forces unit out of all those animals.
man, those animals sure were.
freaking hardcore.
Those animals were legit. They were fucking commandos. Honestly, like honestly, aside from
Pongo and Purdy did nothing.
Dude,
But
I was so
thanks
confused
to
because when they like, and this is going like forward. We'll talk about the beginning again soon. But when they like get word that of where the puppies are, and they run away to go look for them, they didn't do shit. Literally every animal in this fucking movie is the ones who do shit to save the goddamn puppies, and I was like, what? Excuse me? Like
The fucking the raccoons were the saboteurs.
Dude, the raccoons were amazing. Oh my god. I love the raccoons.
Oh yeah, the raccoons were like the elite tactical unit. They were just the best.
And when the brown fur dog is in the. By the way, we are jumping right at the end because that's the good part.
Yeah.
Everything before is like, meh. Oh, by the way, they're not 100 or there are no 99 puppies. There are 15 puppies, but Cruella bought the other.
No,
Hold
she steals the other ones. No?
Yeah.
She bought them, and that's why they did
No.
not found people.
No, they say that they kidnapped the rest, and it makes a total of 99 because they make a point of Skinner circling 99, and you know that the other two are Pongo and Perdita, and thus 101 Dalmatians. It's not. I don't. Again, I didn't get far into watching the original movie, so I don't know if the 101 Dalmatians are Pongo and Perditas in the original.
I think that that only applies in the movie because in Kingdom Hearts you have to find 101.
Oh no, and it's still 101 at the end of the movie. What they say, which also doesn't make sense because if Cruella steals the other puppies from other dogs and whatnot, then wouldn't those other people be looking for those damn puppies unless she just went onto a random barn or something and stole the pup? It's never explained. Whatever.
Exactly.
Let's go back to the beginning. We're getting way ahead.
Let's go back to the beginning.
Midos doesn't want to go back to the beginning because the beginning part sucks. I got irritated with the beginning of this movie because
if I'm gonna say something about the beginning, I want a dog that can do all of that in the morning for me.
Well, okay, so points to that dog. I gotta say, okay, before we continue, I gotta say, favorite character, Cruella de Vil. The secondary characters were Jasper and Horace, just because they were such idiots that I loved them. And then
the funny goofers minions.
Yeah, they are the minions that always get their comeuppance. Then after them, it was the dogs. Specifically Pongo, maybe because of all the shit
Birdie
that he
does nothing.
Yeah, Perdy does nothing. She's just the mother. she's just there to and nothing else. Or no.
Careful.
Yeah, I know.
You're treading in dangerous territory there, boy.
Before Pongo, every other animal that rescued the damn puppies, and then Pongo is in fifth place for best characters in the damn movie. So yeah, Pongo.
Okay. Top 5. Cruella, number 1. Amazing. Yeah. The second one will be the brown fur dog. Doesn't have a name.
Yeah.
But damn, he was freaking good. He went ahead and infiltrated enemy base. Talked to a rat that the rat pointed where the entrance was. Stood still, and he was like, "Oh, it's right there. Okay."
Dude, you know why I like that brown dog? Because at the scene where he actually bites Skinner, the shot of that scene, it's perfect because they shot it as a horror movie where you only see the dog biting Skinner and you only see the shadow of Skinner going like
Which, by the way, Skinner has a scar on his throat, and he can't talk because of that. And when the dog bites his ass, he screams, but because he can't talk, just a silent scream.
Yeah, it's very cartoony, like
Yeah.
God, what was the other one? The Rocky was the other good dog, I guess.
That was the leader. That was the commander.
Yeah, he was the one who was like leading the troops and shit. God, the part where the brown dog, was it the brown dog that like did the whole recreation of how the puppies got nabbed? He took
it was a brown dog. It was a brown dog at the barn.
Oh, that was so great. I love that. That was so stupid, man. When he just got up on two legs and he was carrying the Oh god.
That dog was amazing.
Yeah,
Shout out
again,
to that
see,
dog.
the animals in this movie and Cruella are what make this goddamn train wreck of a movie.
Well, to me, that's actually when Mitos was mentioning the top cast members. To me, it was Cruella, then the animals, and for some reason, I classified the goons as good, not great, but good.
Yeah,
They did
Yeah,
a
they
good
were.
job.
Yeah, they did a good job. Which, by the way, Jasper, which was the tall one, is Hugh Laurie, who is Doctor House. Or
Yeah.
Mitos, you may know him
That's
better.
why he reminded me of somebody.
Yeah, Mitos, you may also know him better as Professor Figueroa, you know, from Colombia. We had a professor, and he looked similar to Doctor House, and we usually called him Doctor House sometimes.
You guys and your professors.
Oh man, why?
Yeah.
Oh, why is it that every single time that we do Mystery Movie Friends, we just end up mentioning one of our professors, Mitos? Last time was the Commando professor. This time it was Doctor House. Oh god. Anyways, Figaro, if you're watching, I don't know. I hope not, but if you are, hey man. Oh man. Yeah, they were actually good. I liked them. I especially like the introductory part where Jasper tells Horace, "Okay, so we're gonna see Skinner. Do not look at his scar. Don't say anything. Don't even talk to him. Don't do nothing."
That part was actually very funny.
Skinner opens the door. Bloody hell, mate! God, no wonder you can't talk with that shit. Can you excuse us a second? Bah! Oh, I love that
was
part.
a very funny scene.
That was
By the
so
way,
good.
If Horace looks familiar to any of you, he actually plays Arthur Weasley in Harry Potter films.
Yeah, he's the dad in Harry
yeah.
Potter. Yeah, he's a Weasley.
He's el padrote.
Another Weasley. What to do with you?
But yeah, at the beginning, it's just Roger is a video game programmer. Designer, programmer, everything, because you never hear about anyone else working with him. He does everything. He's his own one-man army for creating a video game. So he's the first indie creator in history. The first one-man indie creator. What's the name of the guy who did Cave Story? God. I don't remember his name, but you know, eat shit. Whoever you, Thomas Happ or something like that. I think it's his name, something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. Eat shit, because Roger, who doesn't have a last name, he made the very first independent video game all by himself. Mate, eat shit. Get wrecked, buddy.
Also, it's a joke. Cave Story is a wonderful game. You should play it.
Yeah, I should do Indie Strike of it, because I played the 3DS version and so we'll see.
Details.
We'll see. Anyways,
You have to play the PC version.
So
To
and
really
there it is.
feel.
And there it is. Probably much better. So he's a video game designer. He hasn't been able to sell his video game or any of his video games or whatever. I don't know. Because he tells Pongo, "Don't worry, boy. This time we'll make a sale or whatever." So he hasn't made a single video game that's worth shit. So he's bringing this video game about a Dalmatian. What a coincidence! To this kid, to this goddamn British snubby.
It was the company who has this kid who will try the game, and then he will be like, "Oh, the game's it's good," and then the company will be like, "Okay, we're gonna."
He's like
He's a video game tester.
Yeah.
What's the name?
Video game tester.
Is it Caesar? The name of the character in Gladiator? The one who
Caesar?
Joaquin Phoenix.
The one from JoJo.
The one who Joaquin Phoenix plays. He's the emperor, and he's like, So the kid is basically like that. He just your game is lacking a proper villain. Oh, I do hope that this isn't foreshadowing for the future. Like God, stupid kid. I didn't like the kid anyways.
He only appears in just
So he's a video game designer. He can't sell for shit. He leaves Pongo in the park with his bike or whatever, and Pongo spots this Dalmatian who is Perdita or Purdy or whatever. And what were you gonna say? Yes, G.
Purdy.
Purdy. Yeah. I mean, she does call her Purdy. I think that the full name is Perdita. It's Pongo and Perdita. So yeah.
I understood that the Patty. That's was the what I was hearing.
I mean, she was gonna turn into a patty if she wouldn't do a good job as a Dalmatian dog.
So by the way, Roger, for some reason, because we can't have our protagonist in the 90s be British. No, he has to be a fucking American in the UK as a video game programmer. Well, literally almost everybody else is British, with the exception of Glenn Close, I guess. I don't know what to define Cruella in this movie. Like, you never hear Roger with an accent, G. So
no, Roger. I knew that he was American, but Cruella.
Cruella's, I think that she does have like an accent, and she does sound British, but it still comes off, I don't know, like not like Anita. Anita is full Brit.
I would say that it's not more like an accent and more like a way of acting, because she's like this high-end models, fashion designers that is like, Anita, darling.
Yeah.
But she doesn't come off as either American or British accent.
Well, we'll say that her nationality is Tommy Wiseau-ish. It is undefined.
Actually,
unclassified.
I'll do you one better. She's just Cruella.
Yeah. She's just
That's
Cruella.
it. She's just Cruella. She's way too amazing to have an accent, to be, tied down to any cultural
barriers,
rules, or anything.
Yeah. So Pongo is in the park, and he spots Perdita, and good God, it's
hard horny.
He becomes horny so fast, like sweet baby Jesus, and he's not the only one. He's not the only one who turns super horny super fast in this goddamn movie.
Okay, big point before all that. There's like these dogs passing by, and each of the dog has like a different like barking.
Yeah.
And Pongo somehow imitates the barking, and it was actually really
I think that that was to establish what would happen later on with all the dogs communicating, or all the animals communicating and shit. I think that's maybe what that also meant. I don't know.
By the way, they have they have better signal than Claro.
They have better signal. Yes.
Like one dog bark, the other bark, and just the bark keeps moving.
God, the first time I didn't, because I actually put the movie before we started the review. I put it again because I even having watched the damn movie 2 days ago, I didn't remember shit about this movie. Even 2 days ago.
The same day we're gonna review it.
Good God. So I rewatched a little bit of it. I didn't get to the whole thing, but I was wondering, because there were all these dogs barking, all these animals doing noises, and there was nobody close by. There was not a single owner that said, "Cállate, cabrón!" Not a single one.
I was wondering that. I was like, dude, if I were there, I'd be losing my shit.
Like,
dude,
so many.
even the nanny was like, "Whoa."
Yeah.
Yeah, she was barking in her sleep.
Which, by the way, that is I think that a nod to the animated version because from what little I saw, Pongo in the animated version says, and then there's the nanny. She sometimes acts like a dog because she's like she crawls and shit to I don't know. I didn't watch too much.
I'm telling you, bro. She's a fairy godmother.
Which, by the way,
I know we're gonna say she's a furry.
a furry godmother, yes. A furry godmother, me though. She's gonna be dressed up in a furry suit, but with a wand and wings, and just
Yeah.
beep 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 boop beep boo. But yeah, the Pongo gets horny. And as soon as Roger arrives to get on the bike and pick him up, he just he goes right for that.
By the way,
dogs
for
that dog that dog
brakes.
pussy, I guess. I don't know. He just wants it. He wants to stick that cannoli. It was a typical 90s sequence of the dog just going and Roger there just Pongo no turn like yeah, we've seen this.
By the way, on that whole scene sequence, there were like there's probably like 15 or 20 deaths. Because Jesus, that dog went through the freaking roll and everything.
Yep. There were a lot of casualties.
There were so many car accidents through all that whole scene.
It would have been so much fun if they had shown that. If they had shown the accidents happen, God, that would have been hilarious. So Pongo, he leads Roger and whatnot, and he ends up they end up in a park where Anita is with the dog playing catch and shit and whatnot and blah blah blah. Which
So
Roger
Pongo managed to so Pongo managed to like escape the bike, right?
Yep.
And Roger used his front brake. Why he never used the back brake to brake and not just...
I am sorry, but you're
Correct.
mistaken, my friend. He didn't break anything. He stopped with a bench.
Yeah, no, but he did. He was hitting the brakes because you see that when the tire is starting to get off smoke because he's trying to brake.
Again, what breaks? When the power of horny is with you, what breaks?
Actually,
that is true. That is true. The power of the penis compels everything.
Fuck bicycle physics because you're not supposed to brake with your front brake while you're being pulled forward, or else the bike will just you and you will crash. That never happened.
This is a Disney movie.
Yeah,
AKA
you're expecting too much, man.
I was like, that's not supposed to work like that.
That's not how physics work.
Yeah, Dad.
And you know what Disney's. Yeah, exactly. You know what Disney says? Fuck you.
That is true. They say fuck you.
Physics, we don't use. Where we're going, we don't need. Where we're going, we don't need physics or logic or common sense or anything because this movie is riddled with no common sense.
Yeah.
None whatsoever.
God. Roger ends up in the lake. He goes for the dive, I guess.
Also, we did not establish Anita's work. So Anita works as a
dress designer
for
fashion designer.
Cruella.
Yeah, fashion designer
for Cruella.
For Cruella.
So,
Actually, that part I actually pay attention to the whole Cruella operation fashion designing thing because I'm gonna watch the movie that is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to know what makes Cruella Cruella.
What makes her go that batshit crazy?
So
Yeah,
so there was this news of the white tiger getting
Yeah, I guess that this is okay. So this is the actual beginning, because yeah, there's this this news about a white tiger that sadly is no longer among the living. But
yeah, it
aside from that,
or got like happened with the white tiger.
got skinned. Which, by the way, there is a contradiction in the movie, or I don't.
Out of all the many contradictions.
So in the news, it says that it's a female white tiger, right? And then when Skinner,
white Siberian tiger.
yeah, but I'm pretty sure that I heard that it said female. I think that it said female in the news. And when Cruella picks up the code that Skinner made for her out of that same white tiger, she says he's a good boy. So I don't know. Either it contradicts itself, or
doesn't care about Cruella doesn't care about gender. So
that is true. Well, the partially she doesn't care about gender because I think that Cruella wanted Anita's pussy. I don't know, because she was. I know that she's mostly obsessed with the dogs and the fur and the shit, but she was also very obsessed with Anita. I gotta say.
Actually, I think that you didn't pay attention to the part where Anita and Cruella talk. Cruella asks Anita, like, she says, like, what could stop you from designing for me because you're this amazing and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And well, Anita shyishly mentions that it would be marriage. What would change?
And she said, and Cruella says, too many good women have been lost more to marriage than to war. And the way that she acts,
see, that's why I want to know.
and the way that she acts towards Rod, like literally the only men that she actually, I guess, doesn't. Well, no, I was gonna say Skinner, but she even like talks rough to Skinner sometimes, and you know she hits Jasper that one time. So
to be fair, Skinner asks a stupid question. Drown them.
Sure, with the
smack him, cut them, kill them.
You just do whatever you want.
Exactly. Just kill them and skin them. That's it.
Which,
your name is Skinner, right?
Using a what was Skinner using to like do the code, the Morse code? That was actually very clever.
God, I don't remember.
By the way, he confirms that Cruella de Vil knows curse.
That's her.
That thing. Morse
knows
code.
Morse code. Yeah.
Cruella de Vil knows freaking Morse code. God dang it.
Morse code.
Like I texted Lion at the beginning. I was saying like something along the lines, well, Cruella is one of those Disney villains without powers. And I was like, scratch that. She has powers. She's rich.
Cruella. Yeah, that too.
She's Batman.
Yeah, God, it's that Cruella's just such an effective villain, honestly. Like
she has so much money to the point where she decided to change tries for dots in all her designs, and the guy's like, "Oh, you'll need $2 million," and Cruella's like, "Do we have that?" And he's like, "Yes," and Cruella's like, "Well, whatever, do it. I don't care."
What's your superpower? I'm rich.
Exactly. So
But
yeah,
man, Glenn Close. Okay. When you portray this type of animated movies and you translate them to live action, it's impossible not to overact. Because if you look at her acting in the movie, you could argue that she's overacting. But if you look at the character of Cruella, she's like that. She's over the top. She's like flamboyant and all this. Exactly. She's exaggerated. And she does a really great job at translating that into the live action.
yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna put this part because I fucking love this part, and we saw it in the trailer, but still, it is such a good part when she just goes, "Oh,
What is? Well, if we make this coat, it would be as if I were wearing your dog." Woof, woof.
Yeah, she's
God.
fucking evil, and the movie makes you.
She is chaotic evil." You know what really grinds my gears? She is so chaotic evil. Like, you could tell that she's evil. And Anita and Roger are still so pendejos that they're like, "Oh, I don't know if it was her. Oh, maybe it was. Oh, but I don't know. It couldn't have been her." And then it's like, "Oh, I don't know. She gives me like she always has given me a little bit of that." And I'm like, "No me diga. I got so frustrated with those three because they are so fucking. I'm like, she literally says what she's going to do, and you are not listening. You are just like, oh, Cruella, stop being, stop it, you, Cruella, why you so funny, Cruella, stop it, and I'm like, no, run, lock the doors, or burn the house and leave the country, do something. Good God. Oh, they frustrated me, man. Which, by the way, speaking of frustration.
Huh?
What were you going to say before I make my piece about frustration?
Oh, no, please continue.
My biggest frustration, because after the whole park thing, Roger... Okay, so... Somehow, because it's too long, don't even explain it. I don't care. Anita also ends up getting thrown into a lake because of Perdita, because she does almost the exact same thing as Pongo, because she goes after Pongo this time. So Pongo's horny for Perdita, then Perdita's horny for Pongo. Anita ends up in the fucking lake, in another fucking lake. And then they end up in I don't know whose house it was. I don't know if it was Roger's house. I don't know if it was Anita's house. It wasn't. It didn't matter. You know why it didn't matter? Because
I think it was Rogers.
Yeah,
it was Rogers. I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. It didn't matter because here's the life lesson, kids. Just get yourself a dog. Go to the park. Make sure that dog is horny for another girl's dog, and then both of you get thrown to a fucking lake, so that you can both go to I don't know, one of you two's house, and then instead of saying "want a cup of tea," no, don't say that. Say "want a cup of marriage." You just met the woman right then and there, and she says yes.
We find out about that are
Maldita sea el diablo, mano.
Let me help
Como
you
me
with that.
encojonó. I got so mad at that part.
She's mira, she's thirsty.
Good God.
And then the freaking they start making out. They don't just kiss and all. they just start making out, and the freaking clothing, which are drying on the freaking fireplace.
And they catch fire too! His freaking pants get
fire! On the fireplace, it catches on fire. And that's probably why they have to buy a new apartment.
God.
You know,
To the ground.
Damn it.
you know, they have to really show you that that scene is spicy.
Which, by the way,
Oh, fuck, man. God, that irritated me. I was so fucking irritated.
It was amazing because I did text you like, huh, it's that easy, huh?
Yeah, I know. That's the part where I texted you when I saw it, and I was like, oh boy. Oh, this is gonna be something. God damn it. I have seen more I have seen more chemistry. I have seen more plot in a goddamn porno of how people have met and have banged. I have seen more plot.
So you admit it.
Good God. Not even 90 Day Fiance, G.
Open up.
We've seen a lot of Cinnamon Toast Ken reacting to 90 Day Fiance.
No,
I want to ask you a question.
What?
Is it too late to just watch the animated movie and review that instead?
You know, I thought about it. I thought about it. I was like, God,
remember when I told you, oh, I've never seen the animated movie, we can actually watch that, and you're like, no, I'm gonna make you suffer because of what I did with Godzilla. You having a fun time.
I'm still not as mad as I was with Godzilla Final Wars. So, but that part
you're almost there because you're in the beginning of the movie and you're already.
No, because after this, there is no more irritation. You know, this is the worst part for me. When they meet and they bang, which, by the way, I hate the passage of time in this movie. There is no clear indication, except for once. There is no clear indication of passing of time in this fucking movie. And the only point is when you see the transition to winter. That is literally the only time when you know, oh, some time has passed. Aside from that one, there is no clear passage of time.
But what transition are you talking about? I think that they met at spring or summer.
I don't know because that's the point. It's not shown clearly.
I mean, it's easy to pinpoint when they got married and whatnot, because if you look at the puppies, when they were born, then you go back 3 months.
That's why
around 3 months before they got married.
That's why I say that the only clear indicative of when there is a passage of time is when you see winter, which is around 30 minutes.
When you see winter is when the puppies are bigger. They are born. Because I need to say is that it takes about 3 months for a dog to give birth. So Cruella is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be here. So Cruella arrives. She sees the puppies, the newborn puppies without dots, and then Anita's like, oh, it's just gonna take a few months, and that's when the puppies are bigger, and then dots, all that. So I'll say about like 5 months before winter they got married.
Yeah, and they got married they probably got married like the next day after they were in that fucking fireplace because, good God.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, I did.
It was amazing because Roger didn't even have a job.
Oh, he's so amazing! He's so amazing at making video games. Oh, yes, he's so great. He hasn't sold a single one, but he's so great at making them. Oh, I love him. Oh, I love him so much. God, Anita's the worst character in this movie. Anita is
By the
just
way,
hands down the worst.
They show what's going on with them, with those two, through the newspaper, which, by the way, they are basically nobodies.
I know,
like,
right?
oh,
I was like,
Roger
dude,
and Anita getting married. It's like, they are two nobodies.
is the news so bad in this fucking town or place where they live that one of the most worthy news in a goddamn newspaper is them getting married? Nobody's getting married. Like,
actually, I was thinking that maybe Anita is related to some royal.
You know what? I did have a little bit of an impression that she might be like, her family might be rich or something because of the nanny, but still, we never see parents. We never see any other family aside from the goddamn nanny. And even
I mean, we see the people on the church when they're getting married, but we don't know who.
But we don't know who they are. They're completely random people to us because they're never established. Not that the main characters are established, anyways.
That's another reason why I think the other dogs, Cruella actually bought them instead of kidnapping them, because the newspaper only talk about the 15 puppies that were kidnapped. And that's it. They don't talk about, oh, there's like these kidnappings of puppies going through just these 15, which are obviously the 15 of.
Maybe they left us to assume that she got them from a pound or something.
Maybe she just. I'm gonna say she just bought them because she was gonna buy them for.
Yeah, but then again, it's something that you have to. But then again, it's something that you have to assume. It's not something that the movie is telling you. And if you're not like if you're a little kid, you're not gonna question it. That's the thing.
That is true.
I'm trying to find a part. Let me see if I can, because I want to settle that.
But man,
see, she does says that she stole them. She says it. I just found it.
We've already stolen. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Huh.
She tells Skinner, see, they've got the 15. Add them to the other puppies we've already stolen. So they did steal the other ones.
Nobody gave a shit about them.
And nobody gave a shit about them. This fucking town is so.
So again, we have to assume that either the owners didn't give a shit or they stole it from a pound, because
who knows? Who cares? Honestly, hey,
Disney.
we have the 101 Dalmatians. Roll the credits, baby. Roll him. Oh man.
By the way, that's the police. They are.
I
cannot explain why there's a convoy of police rolling around looking for lost puppies.
Again, I mean, what part of nothing interesting happens in this fucking town? Nothing interesting happens. There is no robbery. There is no robbery. There is no crime in this place except for Cruella.
But that's the other thing that could confirm that Anita is actually related to royalty, because the 15 puppies got stolen, and right away they activate everyone in the police force.
That is true.
Even the commander is on this.
Yeah, now that you point that out, now.
And Roger was like, "What the police gonna do? They're freaking useless."
Hey,
which,
again,
that is the most true thing.
He's American. He knows. He's American. He knows. Also, hey John, welcome to the stream. I hope that they fix your air conditioning. I heard that you were having problems with it.
Ooh.
So, okay, so god damn it. So yeah, they get married. Which also the dogs get married at the same time.
Yeah.
For some fucked up
And
reason.
there's a lot of dogs outside.
There's a shit ton of dogs outside watching it all happen.
Again, royalty.
I got maybe, but man,
I mean, royals
I
have
don't-
like a particular thing for dogs.
I don't. You know what is funny though, G, because you mentioned this, because Anita definitely looked a lot. I don't know. To me, she looked a lot like Princess Diana.
May she rest in peace.
May she rest in peace. She looked very similar with her blue eyes and that blonde hair like that. She was.
Now that you mention it, yeah.
So I don't know. You may be onto something here.
Well,
I was like,
you know that I mentioned at the beginning that I looked up the wiki of the movie, and her full name is Anita Campbell Green Dearly, which Dearly is the name of Roger.
oh, which they never say in the movie now, do they?
No, they don't care.
Nobody except for Cruella. Nobody in this fucking movie has a last name. Everyone else is just first names only.
Which, by the way, is very interesting that you mentioned Cruella's name, because her name is Cruella DeVille, right?
Deville.
The card that
Devil.
the DeVille, the blah blah blah.
No, it's Deville. It's supposed to be Deville because, you know, the devil.
Yeah, but the card that she uses is a 1974 Panther DeVille.
Oh, wow, interesting. I didn't know about that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty. That's actually pretty smart for this fucking movie. God damn.
It is way too
Just-
smart for this movie. Take it back. Take it back.
God damn it! Who put him in charge? Get him out! Get him out! We need Dumber.
Fire
Oh, oh man, but
Anson, bring me the Dom syrup.
yeah, but yeah, man. God, that whole beginning of them meeting and then getting married and shit. I fucking hated that beginning. I absolutely.
And then after that is when I actually started to fall asleep.
Interesting. You fall asleep when it actually starts to get good, which is
Well,
after the
that's the-
kidnapping.
So,
That's the
okay,
thing, because
so they
right
got
in the middle-
married.
Yeah, me those.
Yeah.
No, you.
Go on.
You.
No, I was gonna just move a little bit forward.
Yeah.
So before that, G, go ahead.
Man, go ahead. Then damn.
Oh boy, now are we gonna?
So,
God damn it, Jasper and
they got
Horace. Could you
married.
two start doing things right? Get me those puppies.
They got married and all that. Pregnant. Pregnant. Nanny noticed that some
Oh
some
god.
hints of like she's pregnant, and then comes one of my, which I don't know why, it still makes me laugh moments.
Oh god.
Freaking
What?
Anita just into the ground.
Anita, dear, you're pregnant. Oh.
Oh, the thumb.
God.
The thumb. The
I mean,
It's
you
so
got
stupid.
teeth, and then the thumb at the end. That
She-
thumb is what makes me laugh every time.
She
you got
can't.
married. What the hell did you think that will happen?
No, here's the thing. She acts like as if they didn't bang. I guess. I apparently she was visited.
Yeah.
She was visited by a Holy Ghost, and she got because apparently she didn't know that that they banged. I don't understand. God,
So,
faint
yeah.
stage right. You know what grinds my gears though?
Face and,
She can't.
uh,
she's the worst fucking character in the fucking movie. She can't act for shit, and she can't faint for shit either. Her fainting is like, oh, like, oh, for fuck's sake.
The freaking thump at the end is what makes me laugh. It's like, oh.
You know what I actually found funny?
There's a lot of stock.
This whole thing makes him rage so hard. The whole scene started. You moved something there that wasn't supposed to be moved.
You know what?
You noticed, goddammit. Go on, G. Pay no attention to what's happening.
You know what I actually found funny was that there was an OB office right next to a vet's office.
Oh, that too. Oh god, too many.
Yeah.
God, I was like, no, movie, no.
Oh, and by the way,
And they got out at the same time.
And the vet is actually Dr. Doolittle that lives in Britain because he talked to the dog.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah. I mean,
Oh man.
yeah.
Britain
God.
Doolittle.
The thing is that also that this movie also has like some stock sounds that are just laughable, like that thump when she faints and when Jasper hits Horace.
Yeah.
That is just literally Looney Tunes stock sound, basically.
So you wanna know what's actually very funny too? Which
Oh
is gonna
boy.
make you rage even more.
Oh god, what?
So she's pregnant, the dog is pregnant. Cruella learns about it and she said, I'm gonna be back in 3 months to get the puppies. 3 months pass, Pearly gave birth, Anita, no belly.
Yeah.
A few more months pass, dogs are bigger, they have spots. They clearly look like at least 3 more months has passed. Anita, no belly.
Yeah.
Well,
That is true. That is true now that you point that out. Because so Perdita gets pregnant, 3 months pass, right?
Science is gonna be my how long until a Dalmatian gets
Oh, boy.
their spots? 3 to 4 months before a Dalmatian can have spots.
So it was 3 okay.
7 months.
So between when Perdita gave birth, it was 3 months, right?
Yeah.
And then at between 3 or 4
And
more
then
months.
3 to 4 months.
So that would
which
be
makes it 7.
so like 7 months for her to be pregnant, and she doesn't look pregnant at all. The passage of
Yes.
time in this movie is fucking shit. We are learning too much in this stream. Come
you.
for the
We're-
laugh, stay
we're-
for the science that this movie doesn't have.
You know, like a karate master usually likes to say, you're
Mhm.
trying to push a square peg on a round hole.
You're trying to find logic. Midos, we said it at the beginning of the review. Disney don't give fuck about logic, man. God damn. Anyways, yeah, the puppies are born. They grow up, and they have their spots and whatnot, and they get Jasper and Horace. They go to kidnap them or dognap, I guess. The puppies. They take them all, and they bring them to this old mansion.
By the way, fun
by the
detail
way,
about the.
be-
Uh-huh.
Midos first.
I was gonna say before all that, the acting of like
The nanny.
Jasper and
Oh.
and I
And Horace.
holding nanny. It was actually like a real, like if it was a real kid, like not kidnapping, like housebreaking, because they actually could like try to force her.
Yeah,
was
but
like-
let me tell you something about. Yeah, but let me tell you something about that nanny. She has power. It took 2 grown men to actually put her down, and not put her down,
Oh
just
yeah,
push her in the closet, close the door, and ram the door with a chair because that nanny packed power.
She did more than what Anita would have done. That's for sure. At least
Oh,
she
did like
the only thing that I didn't like for the nanny was her please help, please help, please help. Goddamn,
yeah,
goddamn, ma'am.
but she punched the crap out of
Oh, yeah.
the other guy.
She's female Alfred. She's female Alfred.
Yeah,
So sorta.
They caught her by surprise. You know, she wasn't prepared. She wasn't in her element. If she would have been prepared, she would have beat the living shit out of both of them.
oh, I bet. She would just grab a freaking knife and stab them both.
Yeah, or anything, honestly, because those two would have fallen for with anything.
Exactly.
True.
But by the way, this is where the movie actually gets good. You know why? Because it stops. It becomes another movie. It takes the DNA
This is
of
where the
another movie.
starts.
And you know what's the coincidence? It takes place in winter. You know what other movie takes place in winter? And that Guapa la pone todo año for Christmas?
The Grinch?
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Oh,
Literally, the whole final part of this movie is just Home Alone.
La
Home Alone,
primera.
but with animals.
Home Alone part with animals. The animals set up the trap. Jasper and Horace are literally just God, what's the name of those two idiots? God damn it.
I know that one of them is Marty.
Yeah, Marty and what's the name of the other guy? I forget their names, but you know who I'm talking about. They are literally just them, except they are also characters in 101 Dalmatians. But yeah, this is where the movie gets good because it stops. No, John, this is where the movie gets good because Marv. And
yeah.
I'm waiting for the other name. But yeah, they kidnap the puppies and they bring them to this old mansion-looking place, and some of the animals, especially dogs, witness the kidnapping. And actually, Horace.
The first witness is the police dog. Which, by the way, a policeman see two guys coming out of a house with a bag.
Harry and
he's
Marv.
like, "There's up."
It was a police dog?
Yeah.
And it was a police officer?
I
Yeah,
know.
it was the-
You're talking about the bulldog, right?
Yeah.
I think that's a veteran.
Let me see.
It looked
Yeah,
more
they-
like more like a general, like a retired general. Or
Oh
Yeah.
But still, he has a bunch of
Yeah.
medals.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's a policeman. Like, here. It's this.
he looked more like a retired royal guard because he had that red uniform.
That's more. I think because he doesn't look like any of the police officers that we see later on.
True.
But yeah, the dog knows about the kidnapping, and so I guess that they start. That this is where all the animals start communicating about the dog napping and shit, and word spreads out.
Shit, man! You saw what happened?
Damn man!
What happened? Oh crap! There was like this mad kidnapping, about 15 puppies. Who cares about the other puppies? Nobody cares about the other kidnapped puppies.
Exactly.
Yeah,
See,
it's just these
see,
ones.
this movie would have been more fun if the animals actually talk.
Yes, so it would have been so much better if the animals had talked, like not like not like cats and dogs, I guess. You know, in that movie they try to use like lip sync with the dogs, with the animals, like, you know, to try to match what the words and the mouth and shit. Because in the original movie, initially it's Pongo's the narrator. First of all, he's the one narrating everything. He's saying this is my owner, or well, no, he says he actually I like Pongo in the animated one because I think that he says that Roger is his pet.
They were like every character in the animated one.
Dude, I like Roger's. This is where I stopped watching the movie because I fucking loved Roger in the animated movie when he started singing Cruella de Vil, Cruella de Vil. There's no one there's no one more evil than Cruella de Vil, and he makes a full song out of Cruella, and he takes no shit, he gives no shits, I guess, because in the God. I'm not gonna say it because I think that. Do you guys want to do the animated one? Do you guys want to do the animated?
No, you want to change it? God dang it!
I have never seen that one.
I've never seen the animated.
Neither have I. Do we do do we try to do a small episode next week?
Yeah, sure.
Talking about because the movie's actually even shorter. It barely
is in an hour and 44 minutes. By the way,
you know, I will give this movie credit, and it is that I know that G fell asleep and you almost fell asleep, but I think that it goes very fast. Like, aside from that stupid beginning. Once it hits,
I mean, it goes very fast because they just meet, then they fuck, then they're married, then they fuck again. Then she's pregnant.
Once the kidnapping happens, everything flows really fast, and you barely notice that the movie is progressing so fast.
I mean, you can check the timer. You have it on the kidnapping, so you can check the timer.
Yeah, the kidnapping is almost halfway, but still. I didn't necessarily feel, you know, that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Small point.
Yeah.
That part when they are putting the puppies on the van. That is as far as I remember that movie.
Okay.
After that, I was like, "Holy shit! There's more."
But the animated movie it passes the 120 minutes probably with credits, you know, but it's not a long movie. So and I guess that if we do get caught up on talking too much about it, it will probably be like trying to compare it to this one, I guess, and how much better that movie is than this one. But yeah. Oh, now that I remember. Now that I remember, I was not expecting to see Aristocats in this movie. Which
there was Aristocats in this movie. I
which
remember that when I was a kid, that was the reason why I wanted to watch that movie.
I think that they are singing "Everybody Wants to Be a Cat" is what they're singing in the.
And then they changed it to something else. I don't remember. Which I thought they would change the channel. I thought when I was a kid they changed the channel to Lassie. Remember Lassie the dog?
Yeah.
I thought they changed it to Lassie, but then they changed it to something else. I was like, that's not what I remember.
Yeah, it's not Lassie. I don't really recognize the movie. God, but
oh, now that you're checking that part, God, the freaking magic hand.
Oh yeah, the miracle.
Like, revive little puppy, and the puppy revive, and like,
You will live, motherfucker. Rise, motherfucker. Rise.
Yeah.
God, what's the name of this fucking movie, man? I think that's before this, right? Also, Pongo is.
yeah.
We have established that Pongo is very smart as well. Okay,
That's
that?
an understatement.
What is the movie though? It doesn't matter. Anyways, yeah, but I was surprised that Aristocats showed up in the. I mean, it's Disney, you know, and it would have been very awkward for them to have been seeing 101 Dalmatians the animator one. we're watching a better version of this movie.
I mean, just look at the Dalmatian game that Roger was making. It was Cat?
What?
The video game that Roger was making was about.
Oh yeah, it is.
Dalmatians,
It was. Yeah, it looked exactly like the animated 101 Dalmatians. Yes.
and I was. Oh no, I'm gonna save this for the end.
Okay. Well, I should point out that the reason why the kid at the beginning of the movie didn't like Roger's video game was because of the villain in the movie, because it was a pound. How do you say it? A pound guard, or I don't know how you would say it. You know what? A person who works in the pound that takes away dogs and shit. You know, he says like,
Yeah.
"Oh, so that is not scary or whatever, or something like that." I don't remember. I forget. But anyways, you know, the kidnapping happens. All the animals start this fucking army. Like they meet in a barn, and they start the brown dog tells them what happened, play by play of what happened, even though he wasn't in there. Nobody was in there.
Yeah.
I think that more than
I
soldiers,
think it's
they are
because
X-Men.
of the. I think it was because of the bulldog or the whatever the dog with of the old man. He was actually like barking what he saw.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Again, this would have been great if it would have the animals talking.
Probably with the exception of this scene that I think that I like, the animals not talking because it's this part.
Wait, that whole like whole move. I think that's not the dog.
No, that's not the dog.
It's not the dog.
That's
And I
not
was
that's
like, that looks horrible.
that's not a dog. It's a puppet, and not to
That is
break your
one
heart.
of the two.
Not to break anyone's heart, but the raccoons later on are also puppets.
I mean, three. Yeah, three. That part with the dog, the Dalmatian going down the drain, and the
No, but
raccoons.
okay, but that one wasn't puppet. That was CGI.
I mean, yeah, it was CGI, but still, it was not the dogs.
It was a
Which
combination of
I
both,
will
I
say
think.
that out of the entire movie, that is the one very bad part that hasn't hold up, and it's
Yes,
obviously because it's CGI.
Horrible.
Like
But
you know
what saved that? You know what saved that whole thing? The raccoons.
Exactly.
Those damn raccoons.
those fucking raccoons, the commando raccoons, are just so good, man. Oh man, they're just amazing. So John is perplexed by the walking dog, I guess. It's great, man. I fucking love it. Also, Rocky right here.
Yeah.
Which me those.
That is not his name. That is not his name. By the way.
No, but you know why I call him Rocky? It's because of my dog. Because it's literally
it looks. It's not Lion's dog, but it looks like it. Your dog
Yeah.
is like way too tiny compared to this.
yeah. My dog is smaller than this one. But it is kind of like him. So I call him Rocky anyways. Anytime I see a shaggy dog, I just call him Rocky because of my dog. But yeah,
What's the name I gave it? Like Ricky
Sparky.
or something like that. Like,
Sparky.
Oh, Barky.
Sparky, not Barky. Sparky.
Whatever. I always change names.
This sounds like a different movie. It becomes a different movie halfway through after the kidnapping.
Yeah.
It's literally Home Alone with animals.
Okay. It turns from a porn movie to an actual movie.
Exactly. The beginning of this movie is a badly written, badly acted porno.
Badly written, horny porno.
How once the puppies get kidnapped, which is
just
the halfway point, it becomes a good movie. Because the humans are barely in it.
For that scene, the scene when they're in the apartment.
What?
So John, can you look for the scene where they are in the apartment just so John can see?
You know what it reminded me of, G? You know what it reminded me of, G? Do you remember Scott Pilgrim vs. the World?
Oh yeah.
But how about we don't have tea? We can do that. Except that here they did have tea and they did fuck. In Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Ramona said, "No, thinking about it, I don't want to fuck you."
Yeah.
God, it's so bad. Matos, why are you making me go back to the scene if you know that I hate it?
Thank you.
Because he knows that you hate it.
Ugh.
You can move it a little bit more.
Why is that a problem?
So yeah, the dogs are happy. Roger is like, well, that is gonna be bad whenever I leave, and they're gonna be heartbroken.
Do you want another cup of marriage?
And then he
And
asked,
he's like,
"Do you want
"Yes."
another cup of marriage?" And she says yes.
She did not just say yes. They go hard
I will.
until they're okay. They go so hard, their clothes literally catch on fire.
And by the way, this is just a small recap of what we already said a few minutes ago, just for John, so that he understand what the fuck this movie goes through in a matter of seconds. Like, let me put this part a little bit. See, this is when she says yes to would you marry me, or I guess would you like a cup of marriage? And burn pants.
On fire.
And then marriage. God. Again, I've seen pornos with a better
Because-
script than this.
Marriage happens that fast.
Exactly. Immediately. This is why I say the passage of time, although again, as we have established, they could have just gotten married the next day. With this movie's logic, it's whatever. Anyways, kidnapping. Dogs are kidnapped. Jasper and Horace are making guarding them and whatever. And the brown dog, the MVP of this movie, that brown dog.
Yeah, the true MVP.
He goes full Metal Gear Solid in the snow to get to that goddamn place to rescue them. Let me see if I can
It's
find
very
it.
thick.
I think that it's
Because
this.
did they show how the brown dog gets in? Because I don't think they ever show.
That's what I'm looking for.
He just tiptoed and then
So-
suddenly he was.
Yeah, it's him. This is the brown dog, by the way, just so people understand.
Yeah, they show it because Horace like, "Do you hear that?" And Jasper's like, "Shut the fuck up."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think that they show it because Horace is like D-Dog? No God. Not God. Yeah, D-Dog is in here. This was D-Dog's Diamond Dog's father.
Yeah,
Or no, I guess his grandson
whatever that
because
is.
Diamond Dog is Metal Gear Solid 5 and that takes place in the 60s, right? I think it's 60s or 70s, something like that. Okay, so they do show that he gets inside through the side or something. But look at that fucking
Yeah,
dog,
he's
man.
like,
Look at
he's
him.
like in the second floor.
He's in the attic. He goes in through the attic.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. The animals in this movie are
he's
so
not
well
in the
trained
attic because
and B so good.
He's on the second floor because they show the
Yeah.
stairs.
And look at him.
Maybe he's in the attic. Maybe, I don't know.
Look at him. He's acting his ass off. I'm not showing too much of the movie. I don't want Disney to come come after our asses. So I'm just showing it for the guys.
You gotta show the part with the mouse.
Oh yeah, I will show the part with the mouse.
That part is still. I'm like, why?
It happens, bro.
So yeah,
I mean-
this dog alone rescued 99 puppies without getting hurt.
Without getting
The
hurt,
only
without
way- scene, the only way Jasper and Horace noticed that the dogs have escaped is because one of the puppies named Lucky
wait.
fell
Give me.
behind. Oh, there's the
Yeah, here's the part. Here's Mito's favorite scene from the entire movie.
So yeah, the brown dog is trying to get inside. He doesn't know how to open the door. The mouse is like, "Hey, buddy, come over here." He's like, there's a secret door, and he's like, "The fuck are you talking about?" And he's like, "Yeah, dude, just look at my tail, right there."
Oh my god.
Okay, thanks.
That is just amazing. Just Oscar moment right there. Like goddamn.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite scene?
It is one of them. There's a
Okay.
few things I like, but my top favorite is still a little bit forward.
Oh, interesting.
You'll know when we get there.
Okay. So yeah, the dog successfully manages to escort out. He suddenly
To infiltrate and escort.
he this is Metal Gear Solid and an escort mission for the dog. He's literally solid dog. Diamond Dog, I guess.
His rainbow sticks this chick.
Good God. He
Yeah.
stealths this shit. He manages to get 98 out of the 99 dogs successfully out of the house. The last one that is still asleep is Lucky, which is the one who got resuscitated, who got the miracle. And honestly, I don't remember much of. I mean, well, that's when the hijinks, I guess, begin because Jasper and Horace notice that the dogs are gone, and all the other animals have been basically booby trapping the outside of the house, and also this house itself is already like a giant booby trap. Jesus, dog. Yes. Because the floors are all broken and shit.
Yeah, this is a very old mansion, so the floor is like very unstable. And also it's winter, so it's like it has a lot of like frozen areas and all that.
Yeah. Also, Midos.
Yeah.
This is the scene where he uses the
The Morse code,
Yeah.
that is a very cool way to communicate.
Oh, it's the scalpel thing
Yeah.
that he uses to.
And of course, Cruella knows Morse code. How?
She's the best. You know
He
how
just
bad.
knows.
You know how Bruce Wayne trained all those years to become the greatest detective. She used all of her wealth and fortune to become the greatest villain.
Yeah.
Um.
And again, pointing out she's the good character,
The best part of
human
this.
character.
Yeah, she's the best human character.
In this
Outside of her, it's just the animals who actually do good shit in this movie. The humans, nobody cares. I didn't care.
Not good. Not good. No bueno.
But yeah, it basically the movie after this point it just becomes. Also, now I notice the Mickey Mouse is behind her. God damn it. The movie is just Home Alone, with Jasper and Horace being Marvin and Harry, and the animals are essentially God, what's his name? I forget his name.
By the way,
Macaulay Culkin. The what?
Real quick. The movie, real quick.
Yeah. Back?
1 hour and 3 minutes in. No.
Oh.
Okay, 1 hour and 3 minutes in. Notice Cruella de Vil is evil.
Oh. Yeah.
After they got when Anita showed her dog at the beginning, Cruella de Vil trying to buy or coming to see the puppies.
Then she tried to buy the puppies.
Trying to buy the puppies when they have the spots.
Then she
And
damned them
now
all to
they realize,
hell.
oh,
Yeah.
oh,
The kidnapping
Cruella
has
is
to happen.
actually evil.
Who could have done this? Who could have selling these puppies with spots? Old Man Jenkins. God, yeah, it's it's oh God, it's I hate these humans. Like again, with the exception of Cruella and her henchmen, they are just not great. I expected more competent, more much better characters.
Expecting way too much, bro.
Yeah, it's sad that I did expect too much.
Anyway,
but yeah, lots of hijinks ensue with Marvin and Harry. I mean Jasper and Horace. They even get their nuts electrocuted by an electric fence.
Yeah.
that was their
And
fault.
Horace gets some nuts in his mouth too.
Oh yeah, because of the commando raccoons. Yes.
Yes, there were a
they
couple.
put a huge chestnut on the.
Yeah, also a couple of
That's fine.
squirrels actually sabotage the minivan, and the minivan catches fire.
Yes.
Too.
God,
But yeah,
oh.
Cruella
the police are onto Cruella, so she decides to go for herself to go look for to go to the mansion, to the house thing, because she had already sent Skinner to start skinning the dogs for the fur and shit. She arrives and the puppies are gone. I think that even the last one is gone, because it's after Jasper and Horace notice that they're all gone, and Horace gets frozen. I was frozen today. And then
Lucky stays. The dogs escape because then that's Horace and Jasper go trying to get the dogs. Cruella also leaves, and then Skinner arrives. when the brown dog fights Skinner to save Lucky.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the brown dog does save Lucky from Skinner. At some point, Skinner gets captured by the police. Jasper and Horace get captured by the police
Voluntarily.
voluntarily because they've had enough. Because the animals have fucked them up so bad that they're just like, take us. These animals, they're gonna kill us, man. Like, please, just take us, handcuff us, something. And then Cruella catches up to the puppies, which are hiding in a barn. And the animals in the barn are also rigged the whole the place. And they just
beat her up.
Yeah, they gang on her. They just they mess her up so bad.
By the way, all of these from after the kidnapping, the way to Cruella getting into the barn, I did not remember. The only thing I remember after all that is Cruella falling into whatever the frick was that the whole like cauldron.
It
The
was
molasses? Yeah, it's molasses.
Yeah. I have no fucking idea what that is. Sure, whatever.
Molasses is.
I did remember that as a kid. That part actually scared me a little bit.
Yes.
Molasses is essentially leftover sugar from condensed sugar and shit.
Okay.
I had to look it up as well. Don't worry. I don't know this by memory. I just looked it up because I was like, what the fuck is molasses? So yeah, but yeah, she falls into that, and then she ends up falling into the pig mud or pig shit or whatever.
No, wait, before the pig shit, how did she end up there?
She gave a villainous speech to all the animals that they're gonna turn up like sausage, while she was gonna be like royal and stuff with her fur and all that, and then the horse just goes like bang, boom, boom, and she's out.
Actually, no. I think is
no
when she falls into the molasses, which is where the raccoon are. Yeah, right there with her hat. That is my favorite scene. When
this raccoon.
They pull the lever. They pull the lever and they fucking go ahead and do like a freaking salute thingy. Look at that. They're like, hell yeah, boy, we did it. And the other raccoon is like laughing the shit out. It's so amazing.
The raccoons are one of the best part. Seriously.
All right, if you say so.
Yeah, and then
hell yeah, we got her. We got that bitch.
That scene of her coming out of that thing, it's ingrained in my brain. I was like, Jesus.
It just looks terrifying, honestly. Like G said.
Yeah. By the way, she survived that.
Yeah, she survived that.
Bro, she survived a kick from a Highlander horse.
True.
Yep.
I
Again,
don't know the real
physics in this.
The real name for that.
Flung up through the upper window.
Yeah. She survived all that, only to get a warrant for her arrest.
I love this. Jasper and Horace just see the police and they're like, "Oh, thank God! Oh, get us out of here!"
And they're like, "Oh, thank you. You're very kind." Oh, this is very like comfy and all that. Well, this is lovely.
Nice and warm. No animals.
So
It's so fucking good. Let me see if I can find when they actually do end up kicking her into the shit.
And right here, and she started doing the speech.
This is our monologue part, by the way. This is where she just.
yeah, well,
she's
she's a
a
villain.
villain.
And she's above everyone else and everything like
I
that.
have to say, this whole monologue was very good because it's actually true. Well, those animals will probably turn into meaty.
Yeah.
At some point, yes.
Medium red. No friends, no family, no pulse. Just slapped between two buns.
Just slap between two buns.
With fries on the side. Cruella Deville has the
Hey, that's
And
where-
again, her acting was so good.
Oh, yo.
Glenn Close's acting is above and beyond good.
Yeah.
It's funny when the police officer arrives and tells her, Cruella Deville, we have a warrant for your arrest. Well,
What for?
is there something wrong, officer?
Is there a problem, officer?
Yeah.
Like, oh, haciéndose la pendeja up until the very end.
And then they threw her with the rest of the gang in the van, and she was looking through her
By the
car.
way, I have no idea why they gave her what is supposed to be her like. I know it was the skunk, but it was supposed to be like her purse.
Yeah,
And why they gave her the purse? She could have had a gun in it and just shoot the guy driving. Disney kids movie. She would
Disney.
never have that.
Disney.
It's too logical.
Disney. That's all I'm gonna say, Matos. Disney.
Disney, just that, Disney.
So yeah, everybody gets their comeuppance. The dogs. They rescue the dogs, which were not in the barn when the police arrived. They were somewhere else.
Somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere else.
Somewhere.
And they
in
find
space
them.
and time.
Yeah. They find them, and then they're like, we have 100 100 dogs with us here. Wait, Captain, here comes another one. Make that 101 Dalmatians. Roll the credits. Which they should have rolled the credits, but just this is all just coming to the end. They just
They
They
buy
bring
a
the-
new house, a bigger house.
yeah.
And some.
Oh yeah,
some
because
territory.
they so the police bring them the dogs, and they say, aside from the ones who are identified with the collars, we don't know where any of these other ones belong and shit or whatever. So they're like, oh, we can't. Anita again. God damn it. She's like, oh well, we can't just let them. We can't just let these poor things be all alone now, can we? Whatever. And they basically adopt the dogs, the rest of the dogs that were stolen, and they end up buying an even bigger house, which again kind of proves G's point that Anita's probably either
She's loaded.
royalty or rich or something, because the house that they buy is massive, and now they have more than 101 Dalmatians.
It is
It's like-
custom made because if you look at the house, it is a fucking Dalmatian.
It is it even has a gigantic
Oh, yeah.
house on the side.
Like, look at this shit. Come on,
It has
look.
it is wide with pots like a fucking Dalmatian too.
All of these
And
acres,
dogs.
all of this probably belongs to them. So yeah, yeah, you're right, G. She has to be royalty or rich or something, like the daughter of a baron or some other shit. Because come on, At this point, you gotta admit it. Like,
What really triggers me about this scene is the fucking house. Who would buy and make a fucking house with wildwood spot? It actually looks like a cow more than it's like a Dalmatian.
Well, son, that's another question for another time.
yep,
That's a good question for another time.
or maybe never. But
Never.
yeah, that's the end. That's how it. We got here. Puppies are saved. Big house. More fucking, I guess.
Yay! Roll credits.
Yeah, fucking hell, god damn it. Matos, what was your favorite part? Was it the raccoons?
Yeah, the freaking raccoons was amazing.
Okay.
The little raccoon laughing his ass off, and the other two, they're like, hell yeah.
Yeah. We got it. Oh, yeah. Put it there, brother. Yeah, God, again, if it weren't for if it weren't for the commando animals and Cruella, this movie just would have been such a slog and such a fucking bad movie to having gone through.
Small point when they're starting communicating, like the dogs barking and all that. You know what it reminded me of?
What?
I was watching that part. I was like, "Is this supposed to be the life of a pet?" That movie of like life of a pet or something like that. It's called.
God, yeah, I know which one you mean. Shit, I can't remember.
Like, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I know which one you mean. I actually like that movie. I was the first one. I guess that kind of.
Yeah, Life of Pet or something like that.
Yeah.
I was like,
It does have very no. I was gonna say very similar plots, but no, because
Anyway.
Yeah, anyways. Guys, give me your ratings, your final thoughts on the movie, please. Whichever one of you wants to. Yes.
Mitos?
G, what is your
G?
Mitos?
Let's balance it out. Mitos, you first, because I know what G's probably gonna say, and to kind of balance it out.
Gonna give this movie a put it on the Switch. Why? Because those damn raccoons needed their own freaking video game.
Wait.
Oh, God.
Those raccoons were hardcore.
Speaking of video games, by the way, just to plug myself, I'll be playing 102 Dalmatians, the PlayStation 1 game, on this week's episode of First Strike, as well as 101 Dalmatian 2 Patches London Adventure. So, yes, video game. No, Mythos, not that rating. What is your actual rating?
What's the rating again?
God damn it. We talked about this at the beginning of the goddamn show.
The force is strong with this one, which is perfect. It's a Whopper, which is
give him
good.
just give him life is good, but it could be better, and y pa abajo. Anything, he's not gonna give this shit anything higher than that.
I'll give it. It's a Whopper because the damn raccoons are freaking amazing. Shout out to the raccoon. Shout out to the brown dog too.
God damn it!
Metal Gear Solid. Shout out to the freaking squirrel that freaking sabotaged the whole car and it blew it up. They freaking blow up a freaking car. Those damn squirrels were amazing too.
Give the real rating.
Also the horse.
The what?
No, the other half below is take the cannoli. Take the cannoli.
Leave the gun, take the cannoli.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the other way around, but okay.
G, what is your rating then?
My rating is for one reason and one reason only, and I think that you know what am I referring to. Life is good, but it could be better.
Okay.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm riding on nostalgia on this rating. It was a movie that I love as a kid, and now that I see it as an adult, um, I believe that Cruella it's the saving grace of this movie. Also, she's one of those villains where she's a true villain.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
just
there's nothing redeeming about her. She is chaotic evil. And that's how I
she's
like it.
she's just evil, and she's not like the I would say like it's the como que la moda to make villains relatable and all
Mhm.
that, and
Which you say that you want to see the new Cruella movie, and I feel like they're going to try to do that because they did that with Maleficent.
yeah,
So
that's why I want to see it, because I don't think that they can actually pull it off. I want to see it because I think that they cannot pull it off,
we'll
because
see.
Cruella it's like you say, chaotic evil.
Mm. Well,
So,
I am in the middle of the two of you, like I said I would
fuck
be.
you.
I am in the very middle of the two of you, like I said I would be. I told you one was gonna come in hot and one was gonna come in cold. So I'm actually surprised that Mitos gave it a take the cannoli, leave the gun, or leave the gun, take the cannoli.
That's like the first half, which is like huge piece of shit. But the other half, the freaking Metal Gear dog, and all that, dude, that was fucking cool.
I still, again, I thought that you were that, coming into it, I thought that you would have given it like it's no good because of the beginning alone. But yeah, the second half of this movie is the best part of this movie, aside from Cruella, which is throughout the whole movie. But once it becomes that Metal Gear Solid / Home Alone movie, that is when this movie is at its highest peak. The problem is that to get there, you have to get through a first half which has dull characters, or main characters, I should say, because again, Cruella is amazing. A stupid romance, and how goddamn they they get married and shit and all that piece of crap, which I absolutely hated. So I'm very conflicted. I am very conflicted on what my rating is going to be, because it's either a low, life is good, but it could be better, or it's a high, take the cannoli, leave the gun. Because
if I were you, I would go with that one.
I honestly, it's that I have a big problem trying to decide what outweighs what. If the commando animals and Cruella outweigh the fucking piece of garbage romance and Anita, Roger, and the nanny. Like,
Well, that's the thing. I think that it actually outweighs the bad.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Honestly, that's it's so difficult, man. Because I honestly didn't know what I was going to give this movie when I came in. Because of that, because it's two different movies, man. It's two different movies that clash together in this.
Stop so fast.
That it's
Oh well.
it's so hard, man. It's so hard. I can't even want to. Can I use I Was Frozen today? No, I won't, because it didn't leave me perplexed. It just shit. Leave the gun, take the cannoli.
There you go.
I can't. I honestly just because if I say life is good, but it could be better, I'm telling people that they should still. I mean, yeah, they should still watch most of this movie. And if I say leave the gun, take the cannoli, I'm saying you should watch parts of this movie, specifically the halfway point and forward. Just you don't need context for why there's these Dalmatians, because it doesn't matter anyways, because there's still this whole thing of the other stolen the Dalmatians aside from the 15. So it doesn't really matter. The Anita and Roger don't matter. They don't. God, they don't even need to be in this movie, honestly. So yeah, just watch the Cruella parts and watch the whole Home Alone sequences after the kidnapping. That's it. That's what you have to watch from this movie. Which, God, now it makes me think that Disney live action really hasn't improved that much now, has it? Like, a lot of people, I guess that because of, like G said, nostalgia, a lot of people like look back on this movie and they are like, it was a good movie, you know. But I guess aside from Cruella,
it's mostly nostalgia.
Yeah, it's mostly just nostalgia. But yeah, that's all she wrote, boys. That's episode 7, 101 Dalmatians. Leave the gun, take the cannoli, and woof woof. So, are we doing next week then the animator one?
Yes.
To redeem ourselves and redeem this one.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I only watched like 10 minutes of that one, and it was already so much better. Just because the animals talked, and Roger was already a much better character than whatever Jeff Daniels did in this movie. So, sure, I guess that next week we will be back for a special edition of Mystery Movie Friends. Episode 7, Part 2, I guess?
Mystery Movie Friends Summertime Edition. Or
Summertime
Summertime Special.
7.5. I like that, Mitos. I like that. Yes. It will be 101 Dalmatians, the animated one this time. To counteract this week's live action. Because boy do we need it. Because good God, this movie. But the actual episode 8 of Mystery Movie Friends is going to be the original Jaws. Oh boy. I'm interested for that one because I've never seen that movie. And Mythos is excited. Oh boy, G looks excited. Oh boy. Oh shit. The last time
I mean, it's one of those movies where it's iconic.
Yeah.
CGI.
Yes, that's why I'm afraid, because I know how beloved it is. It's the GOAT's favorite movie, G. It's Dan Murrell's favorite movie of all time, and he's the 5-time movie trivia schmodown champion of the world. So he could beat my ass with that belt if I say.
We're gonna bring the wrath of Don Dangerous.
Oh boy. John is already saying fantastic movie. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, I know this is gonna be a hood just because I know how that movie goes and how it looks,
Oh boy.
how you might rate it, because I know how Mythos is gonna rate it. But you?
I mean, every week I try to read Mythos as best as possible, and sometimes he surprises me. So we'll see. I'm always afraid whenever I think that he's going to give something a bad rating, and he ends up giving it a higher rating.
My point in this show is to to be as wild as possible.
Subvert expectations. Be random. Oh
but
god.
you
But
know, they
anyways,
won't.
people.
Just remember what happened with Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, we gave it a lower rating, and he went ahead and gave it a whopper. Like, good God. Oh
Just because
Jesus.
of that dude.
Good
Well, it's
God.
because of the
And that
reasons.
too. And that too. God, that pissed me off, Mitos. I hate you. Anyways, people, Mitos, where the hell can people can find you?
People can find me over at twitch.tv/MythosGaming29. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. Horizon, which I'm having one hell of a fun. I love that game.
Yeah. Nice. I approve. Hopefully I can
I'm
be there
playing on
tomorrow.
hard. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do it, but I'm playing on hard. The game still a little bit easy, on the easy side. So I might bump it up one more.
Famous last
Easy.
words. Famous last words.
mean,
I've told him he did the last time that did you get out of the proving right? You got out of the proving grounds.
Yeah, I
Mother's Embrace or whatever.
all the way. I did the Sona part where Sona say, "Hey, let's just kill everybody who
Don't
raided
worry.
the thing."
Don't
There
worry.
were these huge robots with like big tanks on the back, and I just killed them quickly. And I was like, "They're a little bit, and they're a little bit too easy." I don't know.
Oh, don't worry. Those are easy.
Yeah, don't worry. Again, I've told him about the Stormbreaker and Thunderjaw. Those are the ones. Also,
Oh,
when he gets to
it's not that
when
one.
when
it's
he gets
that
when he gets
Groundbreaker.
to when he gets to the Frozen Wilds.
Wilds.
Yeah, that's when it's even that's when it gets good. Those fucking bear robots. Oh man. No.
You're gonna have a hoot.
Yeah, you're gonna have a hoot, Natty.
Also, shout out to the gun that you shoot like rope into the monster and you tie them out.
Yeah.
That gun is a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Because I just tied it out.
The rope caster.
Yeah. Because I just like tied him out. He falls. Do a critical. Do it again. Do a critical. Charge off. Do it again. Do a critical, and they die. They don't move.
Chop,
the game's
chop.
like a
Yep.
little bit easy. I can just like exploit shit. I'm like,
Yeah, it
There
works
are
when
what-
you're one. It works when you're one on one.
Yeah. That's the deal. When you're one-on-one, good. This is when you start fighting more than one of the same kind, especially if it's two Thunderjaws at the same time. Yeah, we'll see. I don't think that you'll have much problems though. Anyways,
No.
that's
I mean, I can
Twitch.tv.
bring my buddy watcher.
Oh, that watcher's. Yep, just like that. Exactly like that. That's exactly what's going to happen to me, those. In the arms of the angels. But
Also,
that's
I'm
Twitch.
loving the slingshot too. I'm slowly learning how to use
Yeah.
the slingshot, and that shit's
Oh, yeah.
fun.
Once you learn, once you got your that arsenal of not just the bow and arrow, and you have the rope caster and the slingshot to just keep plowing on enemies, it just that's the best. Just absolutely great. But that's twitch.tv/MythosGaming29. Go follow him. You can find G over on his house.
I am working on something.
Oh. Secrets, mysteries.
May not be the same thing as you two do, but it will be something. Don't worry.
Okay. Oh.
I'm having.
You can
I'm moving
find
the
G.
concept.
You can find G at pornhub.com/G Von Pervy.
Yvonne Purvey.
By the way, use the code HornyLion to get 10% discount.
Hey, always. Anyways, I will be back tomorrow as well with the start of Crash Bandicoot, the Wrath of Cortex playthrough.
That is gonna be fun.
Delicious. Also,
Then
first
they-
strike this week. Like I said, it's going to be 102 Dalmatians, puppies to the rescue, and 101 Dalmatians 2. Not to be confused with 102 Dalmatians. 101 Dalmatians 2. Patch's London Adventure for the PlayStation 1. So yeah, that'll be it, people. Thank you all so much for coming by, for watching, chatting, lurking. Gee, if you move a little bit to the other side, I think people can. Yeah, now you can do the thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you everybody so much for coming by, for chatting, lurking, watching, and all that stuff. Yeah. Have yourselves a good night. Remember to stay inside, stay alive, stay hydrated, and be kind to everybody. And remember, your hearts be your guiding key. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.